So what's the symmetry of this function, if any? Well, what we want to do is we want to test to see if it's odd or even. So an odd function will yield this. F of x is equal to negative f of negative x. Or you could put that negative on this side too if you want. It doesn't matter. I think that was my example before. But anyways, it's something like this. So when you put a positive or the negative version in, 1 should be negative, 1 should be positive. And the even, okay, it'll be even if f of x equals f of negative x. So you can put the positive and the negative version of a number in the function, and it should yield you the exact same value. Okay, so let's test it out. Well, you might want to test. Obviously, we can't use 0 as a test value, right? Positive, negative 0 doesn't make sense. But you can go positive, negative 1. So let's say y of negative 1 here. You could go negative 1 cubed, and whoops, this might be. You might think, okay, this is so lame. Why are we doing this? But I just want you to see. Okay, so y of negative 1 is going to be negative 1. This is going to be plus 3 times positive 1 minus 5. So that's 2 minus 5 is negative 3. That makes sense? And if we do the other version here, just positive 1, well, we have 1 cubed plus 3 times 1 squared minus 5. That's going to be 1 plus 3 minus 5. And that's going to be negative 1. So if I've done my mental math correctly here and kept track of everything, what do we see? Does this function have symmetry or not? No. Because these numbers, if this was a positive 3 and a negative 3 or whatever, we would have something. If they were both this exact same value, we would have something. But the majority of functions don't have any symmetry. Now, the reason why we check is because in this chapter we're doing curve sketching, and if there's some symmetry, that's going to cut down our time and help us to be a little more efficient in when we sketch. If we know that there's symmetry about the origin, well, we can keep that in mind and make sure that it is exactly the same as it extends away from the origin, right? There's symmetry about the origin. Or if it's supposed to be symmetrical, you know, about the, oh boy, it's crooked, about the y-axis. And if I know that this happens over here, well, if it's even, I know this should happen. Where am I going to be? Right here. I know it should be symmetrical, so I have that idea there. All right. Any questions about that?